Hey everyone, how's it going? Deci's here with another video, and as you can see, this is not Project 1999.
You're joking about that, right?
This is something completely different. It's kind of a large contrast from the classic Everquest experience from Classic to Cunard and Valius. This is Project Lazarus, which is another emulated Everquest server. However, there are just a few differences. You may be wondering why I'm playing this to begin with and not just playing P99. Well, I just kind of wanted to delve into just a different style of Everquest. Since I've been having so much fun playing the game, I'd like to kind of expand that and just look at different ways of playing it as well. I used to box on live a little bit.
What? Well, you're
Boxer.
okay. Okay. What kind of
Boxer.
But this server is like a 6-box server, so this is my army of boxes. I have several in. My P99 Necromancer on my team. I have Mogasis, my mage, which was one of the first characters that I made that I really got into. I have Sevrelos, the Berserker, Zrelia, the Cleric, and Verizella, Mezella, the Enchanter. And then I made a Shadow Knight, Verizol Zolis. So this is something just completely different, and I've just been having a lot of fun playing on this server. It does use, or I guess you can use, like, software to box.
Hold up.
So if that dissuades you, I completely understand. If you want to write this off or write me off as a cursed Everquest enjoyer, then I will gladly take the reputation hit, minus 100 faction standing. But I've just been having a ton of fun playing on this server and just running around, just wiping out content. It's a complete 180 from the Project 1999 experience. I have like the best buffs in the game. This server goes up until Omens of War, and it's recommended. I'm not like 6-boxing as, like, you know, just trying to exploit or anything.
Let him.
This server recommends that everyone have a 6-box team, and that's kind of just the style of Project Lazarus. There's a lot of good gear that drops from these mobs that are specific to the server. If you're familiar with the time lock progression server Mischief, or the new one coming out called Teeth, or what is it? Teek, T-E-E-K. They're random loot servers, so mobs can drop pretty much any item within the level range pool, which has been really fun to just gear up these guys. Also, none of the armor besides like high-end rating armor, I believe, is no trade or has level requirements. So on my characters, for example, my level 37 Paladin or Shadow Knight, I have the Great Blade of Chaos, which has 250 hit points in mana, tons of damage, 250 damage proc. So it's pretty much just playing Everquest on just kind of a hyper mode, and it's just kind of fun to feel the contrast between playing P99 and playing this server, and being able to appreciate P99 even more by just seeing how immersive that kind of gaming landscape is in comparison to these other versions of Everquest, where you're kind of just going through the motions and, you know, leveling up at a hyper rapid rate, getting tons of gear, getting tons of experience. It is a completely unrecognizable game from P99, and I think as an enjoyer of MMOs and simply Everquest itself, seeing how many different versions of this game and all of the different ways you can interface with this world is just really cool in my opinion. But I just felt like making a video. I've been a little busy in real life, so I haven't had a lot of time to just sit down and make a video and edit it and everything. But I thought I'd like to share with you all just my experience playing on this other emulated server called Project Lazarus. I have like a double XP potion on all my characters right now. There seems to be surprisingly a very active community on this server. People talking out of character, that's pretty much the general chat of this server. And there's tons of people who like to give gear away and have all the box teams of their own. And it just seems like an interesting community centered around a completely different playstyle than what P99 is, or even Live in and of itself. As I mentioned, it is in Omens of War, which is the expansion that has the Epic 2.0. I don't know if they're going to progress past that. I assume they probably will, but I think it's been in Omens of War for 2 years or something. If you play this server and you're watching this, please correct me if I'm wrong. But I have just been having a grand old time. And all of my characters are pretty much automated. They aren't running to the most optimum efficiency because at the lower levels it's hard to upgrade all their spells all the time and flesh out all of their abilities. So once I get to higher levels where I'm starting to level slower and I need to kind of take more time to tune up these characters and make sure they're performing at a good efficiency, then I'll probably expand on them a little bit more in depth. But right now they're just kind of doing the spells that their most basic spells. The cleric is healing. The pet classes are just sending their pets in. Where's my mage pet? Oh, did he die? Let me check. Ah, the mage pet died. Now I have, even on my berserker, he has an auto loot capability. Like, I'm not even playing right now, and he's just looting. So it's just kind of, it's interesting. And you might be watching this and wondering, like, why the hell are you playing this version of Everquest? If you are, like, playing P99 or you're not playing Everquest at all and you're kind of just watching from an outsider perspective. As I mentioned previously, it's just fun to play this game in different ways. And I really like the gaming fantasy itself of just controlling a full team and working out all of the strengths and weaknesses of it, and just having that synergy, as well as the dopamine of getting rewards for and loot for 6 different characters at the same time. I've done this in the past. I've had multiple boxes, but it would get expensive because, you know, you have to buy expansions, monthly subscriptions, and it's just not a very financially, especially for a college student, not a very financially intelligent hobby to do in the long run, having a box team. But this is an emulated server. It's completely free, so I can kind of have that sandbox fun in EverQuest in a way that's not hurting my wallet. And I can't complain with that. But I'm in Dulox Harbor right now. I'm almost level 40 on my characters, so we're getting up there. The max level is 70. Ooh. Shoulders, what do I have on my cleric? Not quite an upgrade. What about the casters? Ooh, my necromancer could use that. And it's fun to kind of insert characters that I have already established on other servers, kind of in this multiverse EverQuest. I like that for just kind of like a roleplay aspect. Like I have several in my P99 Necromancer. Ooh, and a new spell as well. But a very scuffed version of my P99 Necro. Like that character I'm very, very well versed in for where he's at right now. He's level 39. Oh, and this one's level 37. It's catching up. But P99 has just been tons of fun. And I've really been enjoying playing on there. But it's fun to just try different avenues of the game as well. Especially on emulated servers that I've just never checked out. I think you can see it in the list if you log into P99 or something. And usually there is a pretty large population of people playing on it. Which makes sense because it seems like the developers have put a lot of time into tuning out different hub zones. They have the Temple of Mar as a hub zone, which is, I think, based out of Freeport, but they have all these custom NPCs and vendors and teleportation guys, and I'll go over there real quick and just show everyone. So we're all going to port to the Temple of Mar, which is this server-specific hub zone. There's also POK, or Plane of Knowledge, which a lot of people go to as well. That has all those NPCs as well. But this is just a secondary hub that I guess is a little bit smaller and it doesn't take up as much CPU bandwidth. If it all loads in. Yeah, so this is the Temple of Mar. Looks like it's raining right now. But yeah, it looks like a lot of like box teams going on. A lot of ornaments. Like this is a House of Thule shield. And I've seen like Reign of Fear weapons and stuff. So I think there's ornaments for... Because this is a Reign of Fear client. Yeah, this is Reign of Fear right here. I really like that expansion. Just all the old NPCs. Terrace Thule. Mastruk champion from Gates of Discord. Tunat Muram, I think, from Gates of Discord as well. This guy looks just crazy. He looks creepy. Archmagus Vangal. I don't really know what he's from, but I assume one of those expansions as well. And then over here, this is Clonopin. And she just teleports you wherever you want, pretty much. You hail her. They give you a list of like 100 zones. You can click the one of the zones and it'll instantly teleport you wherever you want. So this server is the antithesis of P99, to be honest. You're completely self-reliant. You don't travel. You get automatic buffs, so you don't have to rely on anybody. I think it's definitely dedicated to a more casual EverQuest audience that still wants to experience everything that EverQuest has to offer mechanically in terms of the game design and the zones and everything. But I can see that it definitely could potentially lack the social aspect that really makes EverQuest special, that P99 especially emphasizes. So I think it is a mixed bag of how you, if you do want to try the server out, there are pros and there's cons with everything in life. But I think those are the main pros and cons when it comes to Project Lazarus. So anyways, I don't want to ramble on too long in this video. I just wanted to share what I've been up to in EverQuest. I've been playing a 6-box crew on Project Lazarus. If you have played on the server or you are interested in it or curious or just, I don't know, indifferent, let me know in the comments. What do you think of Project Lazarus or just these different ways of playing EverQuest in general compared to P99 or Live or Time Lock Progressions, other emulated servers? I just love to hear what you all have to say. We're almost at 400 subscribers, so I really appreciate all of the support and everything there. I'm very, very grateful for you all. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I'd love to have you on board. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. Thank you.